You know, I absolutely adore E.T. Ever since the movie came out when I was a kid, I've collected all kind of memorabilia from 80s and more current stuff too. But recently I discovered something on eBay that I never knew existed. And yes, it's these E.T. Shrinky Dinks. As soon as I saw these on eBay, I knew I had to have them in the collection. So what are Shrinky Dinks? Let's take a look. So as you can see, these are the Shrinky Dink sheets. We have different designs on there. We've got Elliot and Michael and E.T. there and Harvey the dog. E.T. is dressed up as his ghost. We've got E.T. saying ouch, that's probably backwards. If you turn it around this way, as you can see it's the right way around. It says lights out, not ouch. You have a little plaque for emergency, fire, police, doctor and pizza, obviously, because we all need pizza in emergency. E.T. in the famous bike, E.T. and Elliot there on the bike. We have Gertie, the sister, E.T. dressed up. We have E.T.'s spaceship so he can head home. And we have this sheet with these two have got some coloured in, as you can see there. And this one's got a name on it. This bike belongs to E.T. and it says Sharon on there. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera there. It says Sharon. I wonder how old Sharon is now and when she might have done that. And what the history is there. Sometimes I look at these and I wonder who coloured this one in, and maybe this one, and never got a chance to actually cut them out and go through the whole process of the Shrinky Dink. So what are Shrinky Dinks? That has a question for you. Basically, they're designs on these plastic sheets. You can maybe hear that or pick that up on the mic. One side's glossy and one side's got like a matte finish. On the matte finish side, you would colour them in. Once you've coloured them in, you would carefully cut around these, pop them on a baking tray, and you stick them in the oven for a minute or two, and they shrink down to a third of their size, and apparently, according to the pack, they get 9 times thicker. But basically, they come out like a piece of hard plastic, and the colouring in that you do on them gets much more vivid. So yeah, they are E.T. Shrinky Dinks. And when I saw these up for sale on eBay, I knew I wanted them in the collection. I really want to do them. I really want to colour in, you know, Elliot here and Michael, his brother maybe, and E.T. as well. I'd love to colour them in and cut them out and shrink them down. But you know what? These are so old that I don't want to do that. I want to keep this set intact. Recently, I saw a video on YouTube by the amazing Steve Evans. I'll link to his channel in the description below, where he got a set of these, but from the Muppet Show. And what he done was he scanned them into his computer, he edited them slightly in Photoshop, tidied them up from the scans, and he printed them out on printable, you can buy printable Shrinky Dink paper. And he printed them out again, and he coloured some in and basically reproduced them. That video kind of inspired me. So after I got these, I thought to myself, hey, do you know what? Let's give it a go. And I thought, why not take you guys along for the ride? Let's reproduce E.T. Shrinky Dinks from 1982. I'm not going to do them all at once. I think we should do a test run first. So maybe we'll pick a sheet. Let's pick this one, right? Because it's got Michael, Elliot and E.T. on it. Let's go for them 3 first. So the first step is getting these scanned into the computer. So we're over to the scanner. Let's get that opened up. And we're going to put this, I'm going to put it, what side should I go down first? Matte side or glossy side? I don't really know. Let's do it twice. Let's put glossy down first. Let's line that up in the corners. I think we start here. Let's close that down and go over to the computer and then get that scanned in. So there we have it. It's scanned in now. I'll probably have to alter the white balance on some of these to make sure they're white or transparent again, get rid of the whole background piece. I've got them saved to the computer. We'll jump over to Photoshop now and start editing. And here we have it, the finished sheet. And I've got to say, I'm super impressed with how these have turned out. Really impressed. They just come out much better than I expected, to be honest. So we scanned in the original, which is there. I put them into Photoshop, I resized them slightly, I used a blend mode and a bit of blend diff to get rid of any of the white background that was scanned in. I resized them so they were about the same size as these original ones here. The next job is getting them colored in now. So we're going to do that and then we'll get them cut out. Cutting out can be a little bit of a challenge because what can happen is this plastic, when you cut with scissors, if you kind of crease or bend around, you go around the corners, it can tend to crack and split. And on these thinner parts here, if you tend to, on ET's neck, for example, just here, if you cut a little bit close and you're trying to get around that bend, then it can crack the neck and totally ET's heads off, and we don't want that, do we? So let's get down to the desk and get these colored in, ready for the next step. So there we go, all coloured in. Don't judge my colouring skills. Look at the other side, and wow, they look pretty cool. Now the hard part comes, and that's the cutting out. So I've got all these coloured in now and cut out. We've got Harvey the dog just there. We have E.T. himself there. We've got Michael there. And last but not least, we have Elliot. And I think they come out really well. They're looking really good from this side. This side, they don't look so good, but this side, they look great, I think. So the next job is to get them into the oven and get them shrunk down. This is the exciting part. Let's do it. So we've got the Shrinky Dinks there on the baking tray, all ready to go in the oven. The oven's preheated to 170 degrees centigrade. So let's get them in. So after they curled up and then they flattened back down again, I've got them out of the oven, let them cool, and had a look at them. Now, the thing is, I'm going to say this first, you can't have success without a little bit of failure, right? Everything's gone well so far, but I think what's happened is here, as you can see from ET there, like you can pick that up on the camera. ET is the colours have gone really funny. On the back, it's kind of all just coloured in, but on the front, the colours are very kind of itchy and scratchy. Ouch. I think it may be something to do with the pens that I used there. Elliot, he kind of curled up and got kinked. His head got caught under his arm. So he's got that weird kink in his arm there. It adds a bit of depth to it, kind of like a 3D character. That side looks all right because it's more vibrant, but it's lost a bit of detail. But that's the side you should view it from, the glossy side. And yeah, it's faded a lot. Michael there, he come out okay. You can see the size of them, how small they are, and kind of, I don't know if you can pick up the thickness of them. They're like a hard plastic now, but yeah, the colour on him on the back is very vibrant. It's gone a bit pickly and a bit funny, but that's the side you should view it from, and it's faded a lot. The best one, funny enough, is Harvey here, the dog. Harvey come out looking pretty good, I've got to say. I'm quite pleased with Harvey. But yeah, that's Harvey there. He looks right on that side as well. Looks all right there as well. It looks like he's flopped there, if you can. That's got a rough feeling to it. It's almost like a little flopped little dog, little floofer. So yeah, that's Harvey. So what I'm going to do is use a different set of pens and recreate these again, because at Easter we had some of these that I'd done with my niece and nephew, and they were kind of Easter themed. It came in a pack, and we had different pens for those, I believe. So I've got those pens now, and I'm going to give it another go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump cut it here, and then we'll see how the versions turn out using the different pens. So I've done them again using different pens this time, and I must say they've come out a lot better. So we've got Elliot now, as you can see there. He's looking a lot better. The colour is a little bit weak on these pens. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't so much a bigger range of colours either. Even the other side looks quite nice. So both sides of them look quite good. We've got Michael there, looking pretty good. I thought Michael come out really well, probably one of the best ones. There's Michael. And we have the dog, Harvey. Is it Harvey? Yeah, Harvey. The trouble is, obviously, I never had the right colour for that, more of a yellowier colour. When I was using the pens for these, just to note, the colours looked a lot paler originally. After going in the oven, they've got more vivid because obviously they've shrunk down. So yeah, he's gone merry orange and grey. So he's an older Harvey maybe. But yeah, I realised after I could just probably left it. As you can see from the base part around here, it's got that white frosting on it. I could have just left the white parts like that. E.T. come out good, but he's very dark. I should have used a lighter brown on him maybe. Again, when I was using the pen, it looked a lot lighter than it did there. I couldn't blend the red part of his chest. His fingers kind of got a bit lost there as well, his little light up finger. But you know what, I'm kind of pleased with it. It looks like E.T. after his holidays. Yeah, he's been on holiday, he's got a nice tan going on. So yeah, but it's an improvement, right? So it's another step in the right direction. But here's the thing, right? I've really enjoyed doing these. I've really enjoyed reproducing them and giving it a go and experimenting and finding out to try and reproduce them. And they've worked okay. They're passable. They're all right. You know, they're not terrible. They're all right. They're not perfect, but they're not terrible either. So I could have chose better colours maybe, but do you know what? I'm pleased with these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another go. I'm going to get some pencils. I'm going to give it another go. I won't do that now because I'm not going to keep you any longer on this video. But I will do them again. I will do them with pencils and some more tests with some other pens. I'll make some more, and perhaps what I'll do is I'll add it in the future on the channel as a YouTube short. And yeah, it feels like kind of going back to my childhood. The excitement of watching them coming out of the oven and after colouring them in. But yeah, so I will do some more and I'll upload that as a YouTube short in the future. Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey as we recreated these E.T. Shrinky Dinks, and I still can't believe I've got these. Absolutely amazing. I love these so much. Yeah, so leave a comment below and let me know what your fondest memories of E.T. are. And does the film still bring you to tears like it does me every time I watch it, even now? Remember to leave a like and subscribe, I truly appreciate that. I'm Stephen, and you've been served by the Butler.